Good morning, Horn Lake High School. We are down here in the lab, the Nutrition and Wellness Lab, with Miss Toungett. Miss Toungett, good morning.
Good morning.
We are going to make salsa. It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and we have been talking about different aspects of the Hispanic culture. And one of my favorite foods, as we said on EBTV the other day, is salsa. So today we're going to make two different types of salsa. Now, you said you like a chunky salsa. I'm gonna make a pureed salsa because I don't like chunky salsa as much. We're also going to do two different types of salsa when it comes to your prep work. I'm going to do a salsa that you can get everything at Kroger fairly simply and make it very quickly, while Miss Toungett is going to use some more fresh ingredients that might take you just a tad bit longer, but she promises that it's going to be delicious.
Fresh is best.
Fresh is best. Okay, so we'll start with this one. Now, many of you just come across to the point where you decide, hey, let's just purchase a little jar of salsa, sad little jar of store-bought salsa. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to hold a candle to what I'm about to make you right here. Now, this salsa recipe calls for several fresh ingredients that I opted for simpler ingredients because I wanted to make it with things that are typically sitting in my cabinet or in my refrigerator already. So instead of a fresh lime, I'm just gonna use a little lime juice. Instead of garlic cloves, I'm going to use minced garlic. Most of your houses will have a few of these items just sitting in the refrigerator already, and then this is gonna be cumin. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take Hunt's diced tomatoes. I like the fire roasted. You're going to take Rotel, just an original Rotel. And you're going to take green chilies, diced green chilies. Dump it all in to the blender. And then fresh cilantro, okay? That is one item you're gonna have to make sure you have on hand. Some fresh cilantro. And I just stick it all in the blender. And then an onion. Wow, this blender is going to be going crazy. And then you're going to have some minced garlic. Delish. And cumin. All right. Now notice I'm not really measuring. It's gonna be about a kitchen spoon of cumin, about 2 kitchen spoons of the minced garlic, and lime juice is just a dash. Miss Toungett's probably rolling her eyes at me not really measuring. And then a little salt. And that's it. Look at that. I haven't even missed a play on the TV yet because and we're blended, all done. And there you have it. Salsa. It smells good. All right, now over to Miss Toungett, who is slow and steady.
Okay, so I like more of a salsa al fresco, which is more of a fresh-based salsa. Tomatoes are something that does not actually lose nutrients in the can, so am I anti-canned tomatoes? Absolutely not. However, I think we get a great taste from fresh tomatoes. So
Fresh tomatoes are amazing.
I have three diced Roma tomatoes here. If there are several types of tomatoes that you can make salsa with. This is the Roma. It's also known as a plum tomato, kind of a oblong shape.
And a lot of people will can with those tomatoes as well.
Yes, these are more of a beefsteak tomato or tomato on the vine. And this is a tomatilla. This is a green tomato, so if you ever have salsa verde, it is made with the tomatillas. Okay, so I went with the Roma tomatoes. Here I have 3 Roma tomatoes. I have a small diced onion. I'm gonna add that too. I have some diced bell peppers, because who can find chilies fresh at the store? I do have some freshly minced garlic. That's 1 clove of freshly minced garlic. And then I have, it's a mixture here of cilantro and cumin. Okay, so now we are going to mix it up. And once we get that mixed up, this is typically what they call pico.
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 So you're going to start with a pico base, and
So
then
pico is just more like the chunkiest version salsa. It is a salsa based product, but we are going to make it a little bit soupier in the food processor. But I have to add some spice. Here I have jalapenos. If you get the seeds out, you're
It's
gonna
less-
lose all the heat.
Right.
But my mom would be very mad at me if I did that. So we like a little heat in our house. So I'm gonna
actually it loses a lot of heat because those seeds are
they're
definitely the
Yes.
more potent part.
And so I'm gonna add that. And then,
Never wipe your eyes when you're peeling
good point.
pepper.
I think about that too. I have seeds on my fingers. Okay, and I got some fresh lime juice here. With a lime, you want it room temperature to get the best juice out. And you smash it on the table and you roll it around. My hands are a little wet, so before you start squeezing it, so that way you get the most possible juice out.
Always work with a sharp knife because a dull knife is how you'll get cut really easily. Look at that.
All right. So like I said, still considered pico now, but we're gonna put it through the food processor.
Now talk about the food processor versus a blender.
All right, so a food processor has a lot more settings as far as you can do it faster, you can do it slower. I like the food processor because I like the chunky salsa and I don't want the chance of it being pureed.
Also, from experience, we know that cleaning a food processor is a whole lot easier than cleaning a blender.
Yes, from experience.
Because we have both at the house as well, and
yes, it comes apart a lot
yes.
easier. Okay. And so and when you do it, you just want to pulse it a couple of times. We're just trying to get a liquid consistency out of these tomatoes, but we don't want a puree, okay? So, and like I said, you don't want it to get completely soup-like. You just want it a little bit more liquidy, so we're just gonna stir it around and then pulsate it one more time, see what we come out with.
I can smell it. It smells really good.
All right, so now we are going to transfer it to the bowl.
Careful with the blades.
Yes, they're super sharp.
There you go. You might not have heard that off camera. Patrick says that he likes the look of Miss Toungett's better. It's fine. All right. So there you go.
So, I did want to give you just a heads up. You could take avocados with the, whenever we were at the pico stage, you could have mashed up the avocados, added the pico to it, and had some awesome guacamole. But let's try it out. Let's see how it
All right.
turned out.
Here you go.
right, we gotta try yours.
Oh yeah. It's good. It's got some heat on it. I like it. Both delicious and both very different flavor-wise. Okay, so we had another little thing to mention about cooked salsa. Take it away.
So sometimes you will cook the tomatoes and the chilies before you dice them and add them, and you'll get a whole different salsa consistency. You can also do all the steps, cook it for about 15 minutes on a simmer. Completely different flavors that come out. And you can also add sweet elements like pineapple or mango. Completely different flavor that comes out. So there's several different versions of salsa that if you try one of these and it's not your favorite, you can don't outrule salsa as a possible favorite in your household.
Do something besides eating out of a can. Like, prepare this. Salsa A.
No chips, I don't double dip.
No double dipping.
All right, salsa B.
Salsa B.
B.
B. Salsa B. All right, we have one for salsa B. Salsa A. Bad. Salsa B. A. A.
A and B.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try A. Gotta make sure I get, what are these? What is this like? Green peppers? Hey. A's a little hot. It's a little hot. I got a taste for flavor though, and it's got a lot of flavor. It's a little hot. A little too hot for me. This one looks hotter than the other one, so it's not. It's got a lot of salt in it. It's very salty, but I have a sodium deficiency, so it plays well to my sodium deficiency. I'm going B.
A or B?
Yes.
So,
A, B.
all right, so real fast before I go, my wife makes homemade salsa, so this is not going to compare with B. But here we go.
That's B. You're eating.
No. Throwing the whole chip away. This is straight pico, but I'll eat it. This is pico. This is bland salsa. You should try my wife's.
A or B. You can try both salsas.
Okay. What is this for? I want to double dip. Okay. That one.
Salsa B?
Yes.
All right.
Looks like salsa B doesn't get a lot of love.
It was just a lot of sauce.
So just go ahead and try both of them?
Yep, try A first.
Okay. Pretty good. I like that.
And then salsa B.
That one's a little sweeter. But they're both actually pretty good. I like those.
Hard to pick.
I like salsa A because of spice, but I like the sweetness of B. So yeah, it actually is kind of hard to pick for me.